This is Abul Fazal and welcome to BBN. Hyderabad, apart from its royalty, food and lingo, is also popular for its service. Service not only to its guests but also to the people who are not related to them at all. One such person serving unconditionally and joining us today is Mushir Khan. Let's talk to him about his service. Hello and welcome to the BBN, Mr. Khan. First of all, tell our viewers who is Mushir Khan and what does he do?
Hi, thank you so much, Abul. So my name is Mushir Khan, and I run this NGO called Freedom Again Foundation. It's been around 7 years now, give and take, and I've been working on the main motto, main agenda of establishing what created Freedom Again Foundation is. Back in the day, it was 2013, 2012. I was nearly like 17 years old, and it was winters. I very well remember. We were just sitting outside, a bunch of friends, regular Baithaks. And then it was winters and we were feeling very cold. We realized that if we right now, we were feeling cold, wearing our jackets, and imagine people who are living on the streets, people who sleep on the streets, how might they be feeling? So that was the idea which, I started, I pulled some money from my house, I took some money from my parents. My brother helped me out with this, and then we went ahead and we distributed blankets amongst, in the parts of Old City, people who were sleeping on the streets. We used to just go there and just put the blanket on in the night. And it felt really good, to be very honest. And I started posting about it on social media. And the thought was that if I can do it, then maybe everyone can do it. Because I don't belong to a big family, I don't belong to a political family. So that was the beginning.
Why the name Freedom Again Foundation? Don't you think we already live in a free country?
Well, I would, yes, India is a free country, we are a democratic country, we are world's largest democracy. But then freedom again, that means from a lot of things, like whether it be unemployment, whether it be child labor, whether it be harassment, whether it be whatsoever. There are multiple things of which we are not free yet, primarily health sector and education sector. So that is why Freedom Again Foundation.
You have recently adopted Kachigura Government School. Why the particular Kachigura Government School? What made you do the particularly Kachigura Government School?
Okay, so there's a good story behind this. Kids of Kachigura Government School, they have that jive of studying, of getting done or something, which was there in government school, but not as much as Kachigura Government School. It was good. The school was good. It just needed a little push. So I thought starting with Kachigura Government School would be a good idea. That's how we begin with the school adoption.
During the young age, everybody desires to have a luxurious and happening life. How do you keep your ego and desires in control and help people unconditionally?
Well, desires, it's there for everyone, whether it be a person who sleeps on the street or whether it's Ambani or Gates or Warren Buffett. Everyone has their own desires. They are never ending. But then we have to realize there's something bigger than your own desires. I believe that if you are born in this world in a good family and you are not physically handicapped, if you are good, right? It's your job to give something back to the people who deserve it, people who desire it. So that's what I think, because I am thankful, I am grateful, and that's how I show my gratitude. Your desires will be there. Your life is, you live a long life, 60s, 70s of average life. This is your life to, work with your desires. But then it's very important to give something back. That's the idea.
As you know, all religions advocate giving away, and even psychologists have noted that helping others brings you joy and happiness. How do you put this for people to understand?
People buy stuff, people wear good clothes, people drive a good car, people buy a good bike. Everything they do it for happiness, satisfaction. But even then, I see a lot of people who are not happy with their lives. Even after having everything, they're not happy with their lives. But this thing, giving away, that feeling, which you get in your heart, that you help someone today, that smile which you see in that person's face, that is something beautiful and priceless.
So, how is this value of helping others unconditionally has been nurtured in you? Is this a result of your upbringing? And is there any particular personality that inspires you to do this work?
It's your job. It's your duty to be grateful. It's your duty to give something back to the people. People deserve it. If you're gifted, that you should be thankful and you thank God through helping others. एक ऐसा वाक़या है जो मैं आज तक किसी के सामने बयान नहीं करा, मेरे ख़ास दोस्तों के सामने भी नहीं, किसी के सामने नहीं. When you used to go to school, कभी ऑटो वाला आता नहीं था. I had to walk a couple of meters to fetch an auto. Me and my cousins used to go together. साथ में जाते थे स्कूल को. ऑटो वाला नया आने से थे तो हम जाके ऑटो लेके आते थे. लेकिन वहाँ रास्ते में, ऑटो डालने के रास्ते में, मेन रोड के पास एक झाड़ के नीचे एक औरत रहती थी. और वो औरत का घर वहीं था. उन्हें शी यूज्ड टू क्रॉल, चलने आता था औरत को, तो अपने हाथों पे चल के उन लोगों से पैसे मांगते थे, जो भी था वहीं रहते थे वो झाड़ के नीचे. तो जाते आते हमेशा मेरी रहती थी सोच के मैं थोड़ा जो भी वैसे वहाँ हेल्प करूँगा इनकी वही. एक वक्त आया, थोड़े पैसे जमा करा था मैं, 100-200 रुपये. लेकिन देन जब when it was raining, वैसे ही ऑटो लेने जा रहा था मैं. आई हैड द मनी, आज दूंगा इनको बोल के. इट वॉज रेनिंग, आई एम गेटिंग गूज़बम्प्स, आंख पे काटे आ रहे हैं बोला तो मैं ये. उनके ऊपर ब्लैंकेट उड़ी हुई थी पूरी. और जब मैं देखा, शी वॉज डेड. आई हैड द मनी फॉर हर, बट शी वॉज नॉट देयर टू टेक इट. तो वो दिन मैं ज़िंदगी भर कभी भी नहीं भूल सकता हूँ. आज भी याद है मेरे को, हमेशा रहेगा. और मैं किसी को आज तक ये बयान नहीं करा. दिमाग में है, इन माई सबकॉन्शियस माइंड, कि ऐसा हुआ था. उसके बाद मैं ये सोचा कि जब भी मेरे को मौका मिलेगा बड़े हुए बाद, मैं पीछे नहीं हटूँगा. जिसकी भी उतनी, जिससे भी जितनी भी हुई मेरे से, जितनी भी मेरी इस्तेदाद रही मेरी, चाहे अपने ज़रिए रहो, चाहे लोगों से मांग के करने का ज़रिया रहो, करूँगा मैं.
Given the gravity of recent migrant crisis, how has the NGOs such as Freedom Again Foundation has been critical during the pandemic lockdown?
Our main focus was only to get people who are in middle class families. People from middle class who wanted help, who wanted that food, who wanted that ration kit, but they couldn't go and ask for it because there were pictures being taken. So what we did was, our idea of helping people during the pandemic was to make a list of people who belong to a middle class family. Let's say a Uber driver, let's say a auto driver, let's say a mechanic. These are proud people who make their own money and they don't ask for it. They don't ask for food. They would rather be hungry than asking food. So our idea, our focus was to help such people, notify them, look up for them, and then help them. So we spread, like, we gave away like thousands of meals to such people, and like I said, our main idea was not to take pictures. So I personally used to go to their homes. I used to call them up, get their addresses, verify them. I used to ask people if they know such people. I used to get leads. I used to make food packs, go at their houses, deliver and come back, or else call them to my house silently. They used to come here, take food and go back. That's how we did it.
So, moving on to the next question. In the wake of a recent scam by a new NGO, how do you make sure that the donors of your NGO are confident about their donation?
Well, to be very honest, I'm not much aware of it. I know what happened. I heard what happened on social media, but then, like they say, it's never the truth. It's social media. Anything, people have all the rights to talk anything, whether it be good or wrong, right or right. People just talk. But then, how I make sure about this is, I've been, as you know, I've been doing this since almost 5-6 years now. And Freedom Again Foundation, it's a very small NGO, it's a very low scale NGO. How we work is a little different from different NGOs. If we are doing any drive, if we get any case, we raise funds right away and we train them right away. We make sure that we have all the records. We make sure that we have the IT. We make sure that our IT goes to Bangalore. We have all those records. That's the right way. And if people are coming up with something, it's hard to make money. Money is never easy. Whether you're rich or poor, money making is not easy. And people who give you the money, they have faith in you. They trust you with the money. That this money of mine is going to someone who is in need. It's going to someone who deserves it. That's the idea of people giving them the money. And to break that trust would be very, very unethical, unreligious. So I make sure I don't get into it, and I do things very on a small scale. Things have been smooth and small. That's how it has been. That's how I like it.
How important do you think NGOs are in any society? Do you think government alone can uplift any society in any country?
Well, government can do a lot. Governments can change people's life, to be very honest. When we see America, when we see Canada, when we see such superpower nations, in those countries, their own governments over there, they take care of their people. If you are old, they give you allowance, they give you money. If you went through an accident, they help you with everything, with the insurance and everything. If you are disabled, they give you money every month. And our country does that as well, but not as much, which can be helpful.
Talking about funds, we know that the government allocates nearly 7,000 crores for health and more than 10,000 crores for education. Then why do people like Mushir Khan needs to visit Kachigoda Government School and Usmania Hospital?
Well, I know there is, you can see money, right? It's there. 7,000 crores, 10,000 crores. That's big money and it sounds really good. ये बोलते हैं ना, आसमान खा जा रहा, ज़मीन ले ले रही पैसा, वो कहाँ जा रहा पैसा पूरा वो. तो हैरत की बात है, इतना सारा पैसा, इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टेट है हमारा तेलंगाना. And KCR has been doing some really good things in our state. But then I don't understand, जैसे कि रिसेंट वाक़या जो उस्मानिया हॉस्पिटल में बारिश पड़ने से पूरा पानी अंदर आ गया. सिर्फ एक बारिश दवाखाने के अंदर पूरा घुस के पूरा दवाखाना ख़राब कर दे रही. Imagine, about those patients. Imagine वो पानी में कितने जरासीम, कितने मच्छर पैदा हो सकते हैं. All those, bad things that would happen. Mushir Khan is not doing anything. Mushir Khan is not stepping up because the government is not doing the right thing. Mushir Khan is stepping up. Mushir Khan is doing something because it's my job. I feel like, it's the right thing to do. Ab karke din, even if the government does their best job, everything is good, but हमेशा कहीं ना कहीं किसी ना किसी को कुछ ना कुछ हेल्प रहती. So it's our job, it's our thing that we should step up, we should help them.
You have been at the forefront protesting against the oppressive policies of Modi government. But 2019 elections have proven that the image of Modi is bigger than the impact of any of his worst policies, including economic policies. Do you think he can be defeated in 2024 or any time ever?
Well, when Alexander the Great got lost, when Mughals got lost, when Ottoman Empire got lost, when Congress got lost, then why not BJP? Why not Modi? That's very much possible. Look, this is world. We come here, we leave. Everyone does. Everyone has to leave someday. Whether it be power or in person. It has to go. I don't have anything personal with BJP or Modi himself. If you take an example of GST, if you take an example of note ban, से बहुत सारे चीज़ें हैं. NDA के policies, BJP के policies are not very people friendly. But then it's our government, and we should respect that fact. And we should, and if we don't voice against them, then we are not doing good. Every government has to be criticized. Why? Because by criticism comes good work.
No, the urban youth of Hyderabad seems very disconnected with the political discourse. They only speak up or to say post Instagram stories only when something is trending or cool enough to talk about, such as Black Lives Matters and CA and NRC issue. As a public figure, how can you influence such people to learn and speak up something as unpopular as marginalization of Dalits?
अभी आप सवाल करें हैदराबाद पे, तो मैं हैदराबाद में जवाब देना चाहूँगा मैं इस सवाल का. अपने लोग कैसे है बोले तो बहुत सुकून में अपने लोग. मोटी बात ये है, अपने लोग बहुत सुकून में है. अगर आप नॉर्थ की तरफ चले गए, यूपी हो गया, गुजरात हो गया, चाहे वो पंजाब हो गया, ये स्टेट्स में अगर आप चले गए तो वहाँ के लोग इतना आराम में नहीं जितने यहाँ के लोग हैं. और अपने हैदराबादियाँ मशहूर है सुकून की ज़िंदगी के वास्ते. अपने लोग बोलते हैं मेरा सुकून से चल रहा ना भाई, कहीं को मैं खाली पे उस पर जाऊँ, फालतू चीज़ों में कहीं को जाऊँ, कहीं को टाइम ख़राब करूँ. एक सबसे ज़्यादा बड़ा प्रोटेस्ट CA वजह से के खिलाफ बात यहाँ तक आ गई जब अपने लोग प्रोटेस्ट पे घुसे, जब इतना कुछ हुआ बात.
Only when they felt threat to their own life.
Now talking about Black Lives Matter, जो BLM है बहुत बड़ा इशू है ग्लोबली, आज अभी भी है. लेकिन ये लोग, मैं बहुत से लोगों को देखा, आई एम नॉट बिग रिलीजियस हियर, हर कम्युनिटी के लोग हैं जो ब्लैक लाइव्स मैटर के ऊपर पोस्ट करें कि दिस इज़ रॉन्ग, दिस शुड एंड, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला, इंस्टाग्राम पे, फेसबुक पे. लेकिन ये वही लोग थे जब अपने ही देश में, जब अपना ही घर जल रहा था, चाहे वो वाक़या दिल्ली का हो जो दिल्ली में हुआ, चाहे वो NRC हो, चाहे वो CA हो, चाहे वो कोई भी वाक़या हो, वो टाइम पे वो खामोश थे. लेकिन जब बात BLM की हुई, वो एक्टिव हो गए. ये क्यों? क्योंकि ग्लोबल इशू है थोड़ा, एक सिंपैथी दिखा तो दिखता कि हाँ भाई, ये पोस्ट कर रहे, देखो सच अ नाइस गाय, ही इज अगेन, पोस्टिंग अगेंस्ट ब्लैक लाइव्स मैटर. ग्लोबल इशू है, तो इट्स, आई थिंक दे डू इट कन्वीनियंटली बाय देयर ओन नीड. अगर फेमस है कुछ टॉपिक ग्लोबली, अगर फेमस है पोस्ट करो, अगर ग्लोबली फेमस नहीं है लोकल छोड़ो. दैट्स हाउ द थिंकिंग, व्हिच इज रियली रॉन्ग. बिकॉज अगर आप अपने घर में कुछ हो रहा, अगर आपके देश में कुछ हो रहा, अगर आप जब खामोश है तो आपका बिल्कुल भी हक नहीं बनता कि आप कुछ दूसरे देश में जब हो रहा, जब आप अपनी आवाज उठा रहे हैं. दैट डजंट मेक सेंस, दैट इज नॉट गुड.
Do you think it is easy to be influencer as a social worker, or makeup artist or a fashionista are more influencing in these matters?
Now that's a very, what they call masaladar topic about influencers. Now again, influencer, it's a very broad word, influencer, and compared to what social media influencers are. Now, what happened was, if you have a couple of followers on Instagram, if you have a couple of reach on social media, people call themselves influencer. They do something, they like getting free stuff, posting about it, or getting money for something, posting something online. It's there. But the good part is, due to these influencers, a lot of people, got their help. बुरी बात यह है इसके साथ साथ, जहाँ पे अच्छा है वहाँ पे बुरा भी है. What way there is good, there is bad as well. People have, become rude. Not everyone, but some of them. लोगों में एक किस्म की मोतेबरी, एक अकड़, एक मैंपना आ गया, which is really bad. कि मैं देखा couple of videos में जो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि I made this brand, I did this, I did that, which is really depressing and really sad. I made a video about this as well, which is really bad. जरिया खाने का एक कुछ मिल रहा आपको, it is their will, it was their need, it was God, it was Almighty who did it for them.
Coming to the final question, will Mushir Khan ever join politics, or do you think you can serve people without joining politics?
Joining politics is, to be very honest, I have a lot of interest in politics. I've been having it since forever. But then joining politics, it's not it's not my thing. It was different back in the day. Right now it's different. So, and I firmly believe since the start, since forever, that you don't need to be a politician to help someone. You don't need to be rich to help someone. You don't have to belong to a big family to help someone. It's all about having that right intention, एक सही नियत, एक सही इरादा, एक अच्छी सोच काफ़ी है किसी की ज़िंदगी को बदलने के लिए, किसी की हेल्प करने के लिए.
That's it from our side, Mr. Khan. Thank you for the great interview.
I really appreciate what BBN is doing with the new English stuff. You guys, we have a lot of local channels in Hyderabad, but I haven't seen any proper English channel. What you guys are trying for, it's really good, and I really hope you guys succeed.
Thank you.